Plans to tweak the state's recently passed recreational marijuana law are in the works at the Ohio Statehouse. We thank you for staying with us at 5:30. I'm Jared Smalley.
I'm Jennifer Bullock. NBC4 Statehouse reporter Natalie Fahmy tells us we could see a bill pass at least one chamber before that law goes into effect.
The law goes into effect in just over 3 weeks on December 7th. In the Senate, leadership on both sides of the aisle think they can get a package passed by then. But in the House, leaders say that's an ambitious goal. While Ohio voters passed a lengthy law to legalize recreational marijuana, the state legislature can make some tweaks. And it's something Democrats and Republicans alike say may be needed.
I think there's a way for us to follow the will of the people on this one, but also get some clarification. And I'm hoping we can have some agreement.
Earlier this week, Senate President Matt Huffman, Speaker of the House Jason Stephens, and Governor Mike DeWine met to talk details about a possible bill.
We're talking about the rate, how the money is spent, public use. One of the suggestions was dealing with the likely additional mental health problems that we'll have.
In the House, a bill has already been introduced to spend millions of marijuana tax dollars on law enforcement training. Stephens says while he does not think it should exclusively go to that, he thinks it's an important piece.
There are issues with funding local law enforcement, funding county jails that we don't have a funding stream for. In my mind, it makes sense to have this new revenue directed to certain things.
Ohio House Minority Leader Allison Russo also says she's open to changes as long as it keeps the will of the voters in mind. She and Senate Minority Leader Nikki Antonio say their caucuses have ideas for tax distribution too.
Yeah, I think certainly giving communities the flexibility if they want to implement education programs.
Some of my members of the caucus would like to see it go to education. I think we should also have the discussion about the PTSD fund for law enforcement.
Huffman and Antonio say they could accomplish what the governor wants, getting something done by December 7th.
It would be better for people going forward to know what the law is.
I think that's rather ambitious. We'll see how it plays out.
But Stephens and Russo say because the first license for dispensaries won't be issued until September, they have time.
The tax rate, where that money is going in my opinion, doesn't have to be decided by December the 6th.
If lawmakers want to get something passed by December 7th, Huffman says it will have to be on an expedited schedule and an emergency clause would have to be added for the bill to go into effect by then. That takes more votes to pass. Local for you at the Statehouse, I'm Natalie Fahmy, NBC4.